Hello everyone, welcome to Adbusters channel. In this video, we look at the latest updates on US immigration for employment-based student and green card for the week of July 20 and July 26. So this week we have some big changes that have come up. So first one is the appeals court actually refused to stay the 100K fee that was actually been contention. We look at that and what happened, what was that, and there is a August visa bulletin that came in a few days ago. We'll look at that as well, and also the $750 expedited fee for fast appointments for B1 B2 also came in this week. So we look at all of these things and what is unchanged. So if you can subscribe to our channel, do subscribe for getting regular updates. We try to do this every week, so you don't have to look at other things and just get everything in one go. Again, let's get started. So this is the ruling that came on July 24th. So just to give you a background, in fact, there was a court ruling that said that 100K fee cannot be charged and it cannot be taxed and all of that, right? So that was the original ruling. And then basically what happened was the government appealed the same thing. And then since that time, there's been an appeal. Right now, from that time, this is the order that has come up. And what, as you can see on the screen, we deny the defendant's motion to stay the pending appeal. So they were trying to say, when they say stay, they want to basically stop the ruling that was that was actually given by the court, saying that 100K fee cannot be collected because it's not a tax and sorts of things, right? So that's what they were asking for, and basically the judges denied that. And what really happened there was, these are the main reasons, right? Why the government lost was the court said that only Congress can do this. You can't just put up an executive order and just collect fees and such sort of things, right? And it doesn't really tell explicitly, how the money will be collected and all this spent. So many of these things, right? You can read on the screen, right? But the whole idea is whatever was in the beginning, right? When the court decision came in, so kind of the things that they insisted on that and said that you can't really do these parts, right? Now what happens is, right? Because that's been gone now. The government actually, DHS has to start implementing and not collect this 100K fee. They haven't given any guidance yet. Having said that, there is also one more appeal that's going on in another court actually that is still pending. So there is still some things that are not fully done. But as of now, technically they shouldn't be collecting. So we'll wait for the guidance on this. So it may go to Supreme Court as well. So we'll have to wait and see. And also one more important thing is we just have hardly less than a month left on this proclamation. So we don't even know if this is going to go past September 1st. So depending how things turn out, so this may or may go past that. So we'll have to see how the whole thing will pan out on this $100,000 fee. So that's the first one, right? Now, second one, in terms of basically, if you see, this is the movement, just to see that, right? So the August visa bulletin came in. I'm sure there are a lot of updates that came in. But the key things from this visa bulletin for employment-based thing are for EB1 China. In July, we had 1 June, and it's basically advanced by 1 month. For EB1 India, there is no change. For EB2 India, it's not been available since a couple of months. It's not been available. And EB2 China also no change. And EB3 all other areas advanced by 1 month, and EB3 China also advanced by 9 days, right? And EB3 India also no change in there, and EB5 unreserved India is also closed. So it's not like a big change if you are one of these backlog countries. For you, just in China there is one little bit of movement. So that one. But they also gave one more indication, right, saying that EB1 may be unavailable for it may happen anytime. So we will have to wait and see for that, because we're still in July, so we still have a couple more months to go, right, before that thing comes in. So that's why they say that it may become unavailable. But what has happened in the family-based immigration is they moved significantly, in this last. In this visa bulletin, like if you see the F1 unmarried sons of daughters of citizens, right, it moved by about 10 and a half months, and the spouses of children of green cards F2A moved by about 18 and a half months, and F3 is also moved by 1 month, and F4 moved by 8 months. You can see the dates on the screen, right? But except India, right? For India, only one small thing. For the F4, India stays at 1st November 2006. So there's no movement in there. But other than that, all of them really, really moved significantly. So if you are looking for a family-based green cards, right? So this is actually like a bumper, I would say, visa bulletin update for you, because it's really moved significantly. So that's the key takeaway on the visa bulletin aspects as well. Now, in terms of the other one that's been happening is the $750 expedited fee for visitor visa appointments. So this is something that Department of State announced that they're going to do a pilot until end of this year. So the whole idea is, you can see it's for only for B1, B2 visas, right? And the idea is it was launched on July 21st. For Mission Mexico, and what they've given for the pilot is that, so you pay $185. That's the typical fee. There are no changes there. But after you do that, what happens is you have an option to opt for this something called $750 per applicant, where if you want the appointment within 10 days, you can basically pay that $750 and you get 10 minutes to actually book that, right? You must, essentially you select that, you will be given a slot and then you have to make the payment within 10 minutes or otherwise you'll lose a slot, right? That's the one thing. And one of the other things is you can only do one booking. And if you miss that, what it means is that let's say you book for a date and then you get that date, then like if you don't attend, if something happens there, then you cannot reschedule that, and you cannot really like basically do anything with that. So it's kind of like a one-time payment of $150. So this is actually a pilot. It's not really like the norm that will be available. But again, this one they're just for now, as we speak, as of now, it's only available in Mexico across all consulates and embassy. It is not yet available in India, so we may see this in India. So we'll keep you posted how that thing comes out. So, but as of now, it's only available in Mexico. But there's one more important thing. They really removed. If you look at the last week's update, you can't really like go to Mexico and get your stamping done and all of that, right? Again, this for B1, B2. But I'm just saying in general that was moved out. You can look at last week's update where you need to only do get stamping only in your places of where you're residing, right? So in terms of the other one is H1, H4 visa slots status for this week. So there's not a lot of updates here because this has been stuck like this for a few months now. To be honest, we have a large group where we monitor these, but unfortunately, there is nothing that is moved. Sporadically, you see one here and there, but they've not really released any slots. So if you are on H1B or H4 visa and trying to come to India, it's very tricky. Actually, you are not going to get slots, so you're going to be stuck. So if the travel is not really like emergency, do not travel. Even if you get an appointment, it's very risky to travel because of all the host of things that are happening. So that's a word of caution. So those are the key updates. And what's going on in this week at the unchanged. If you looked at last week, these are things that are currently going on. The public charge rule was removed, so there's more discussion now. That's going to be effective September. If a duration of status, that will be effective soon as well. H1B cap reached last week, so that's also done. No more second round lottery. We are waiting on the labor's departmental wage rule that will be public. That can be published anytime soon. So it's going to be a big one. And interviews in country of residence. So all of these are the rules that are currently in progress or will be effective very soon. So keep an eye on what is on this slide, right? So that's because these are the things that we are expecting or which will be implemented. So in summary, the first big one is the 100K fee, that was basically asked by government to stay that 100K fee that is now gone. So the government has lost the case. So essentially now what can happen next is the government has to give guidance on, what they will do with the 100K fee. Will they collect or not? Are they going to Supreme Court? All of these things. So we'll wait and see for that. Second one, in terms of visa bulletin updates, EB2 and EB5 are not available. That's from from previous weeks as well. But EB1 holds at October 15th. The Department of State said they may go unavailable because of the demand. They have seen that. So the family-based dates moved significantly in August. Some of them are advancing 18 and a half months. Some of them are advancing 9 to 10 months, something like that on that lines. And the $750 expedited fee to get a faster B1, B2 appointment is now live. The pilot is live only in cross consulates and in Mexico. It's not available in other areas. So we don't have that available in India yet. So we'll see how that goes. Again, no H1B, H4 slots are released this week for India and bulk slots. So those are the key updates, folks. Thank you for taking the time to watch. Do subscribe for getting regular updates.